Sawyer, what's your opinion on sequels?
I think sequels are pretty good.
Okay, so what do you think about the Switch 2?
Oh,
So I brought you here for, you know, um because, you're cool. You have top
bruh.
you have okay, well, I mean, if you're not cool, I'm not cool, so I mean, I'm never cool, so I don't know
Chili.
what I'm on about. Um and you have some and you also know who Torpedo Ted is. So,
Oh, damn, I love Torpedo Ted. Can't wait to
so
spit the
you're
best little
you're the
song.
only suitable person to talk to when it comes to stuff like this. So, um
Typically talk to Torpedo Ted enjoyers. Like I said, I'm excited for the Switch 2 as long as there's Matter Hunter.
there probably will be, most likely, the new game that
Yeah,
didn't
no,
release
I'll
on
probably
Switch
buy
that
it. Like, I'll
probably would
definitely
fry the
buy
day.
it at some point.
It, would-
But
like the new Monster Hunter would probably like fry the damn thing and just like
yeah, there's been a lot of like leaks of a dual screen attachment. Like you can attach a screen. I hope that. I hope so. Because maybe my favorite 3DS game will finally get a port.
which is
Ever Oasis.
even better than your precious Guilty Gear. Oh, on
Guilty Gear's
3DS.
not on
Oh,
3DS.
sorry, you said 3DS on the at the end of it. Never mind. I'm stupid.
You know,
Um,
Guilty Gear's not on the 3DS, unfortunately.
okay. So I guess let's talk about. I mean, like I had to make a video like this before the direct. I suppose because I mean,
It's
what else was
correct.
I supposed to do? Yeah, the direct. That's gotta
Oh,
happen.
yes. The direct I am aware of. Yes, yes.
Okay. This concept of a second Switch. Would you have preferred it to be like not a Switch at all, or would you like have would you
I
that's not
feel
a
like the
sentence.
Switch was too successful for it to not be another Switch.
Fair, but would you prefer like something else? Like, would you prefer
Unique name, unique gimmick? Probably, yeah.
okay? For my opinion here is I think getting sorry, I can't word. I think having another Switch is the right thing to do. The only problem here is that um it's called it's pretty similar to the Switch. I mean, they have the number 2, and I guess if it works for
I'm very
Sony,
excited for the Wii U number 3, or the Wii number 3 in the
give it
Switch
up
2.
for Wii U number 7.
What are you hoping to see on the new console?
Uh I want to see you know what I want to see? I want to see um Mario. I don't know.
Which one?
I don't know. He seems like he's getting neglected a lot. Like, I mean, his last game was what? Um
Wonder?
no, like a few months ago. Like, that's a very long time. I mean, like, Earthbound's been getting like a bunch of games. Like, their last one was
Oh, yeah, no.
like
Stop with. We don't need new Earthbounds, we need new Marios.
yeah,
Give us a Mario 2D platformer in the style of that, like, one old game they released a while ago. What's it called? Wonder?
that was a ancient game right there. Um
Ancient, just as ancient as you.
Jokes aside, though, I feel like well, they're gonna do the Mario Kart that they revealed, which, um, let's talk about that for a second. Well, it's so 11 years by a technicality,
Wait, I can't wait for my new Mario. Okay,
because by a
it's been 11
technicality,
years.
um, the last one that came out, was, well, okay, the last mainline one was 8 deluxe, but at the same time, that's just 8. Then there was tour.
Yeah,
Then there was
we don't count
like
tour.
home circuit, which was cool, but
Love that. That was so cool. I
um,
heard that one though.
yeah. And then there was booster course pass, but that doesn't count as its own game. And now there's Mario Kart, which I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, I'm probably the only person actually who okay, I'm a hot take.
What?
Mario Kart um it's okay. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot, but I would prefer a lot more other games than Mario Kart. But that's just my
I mean, it's not
personal
like it's gonna be the
take.
only game on launch day that's
Oh, it
good.
won't. It 100% won't. And but it probably will be the launch title, and I'm happy with that. Because again, I don't hate Mario Kart. I think Mario Kart Wii was the first Mario game I've played. Unless I think this is like
Oh, wow,
going
really?
back to like when I was three.
Mine was New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. I'm a DS fan. I have several of them. I own a collection.
Do you how many does this count like 3DSs or does this count just
Yes,
DSs?
I own four of them in total.
Like four 3DSs or four DS plus 3DSs?
Entire DS family.
Okay. Tamagotchi Life. Like everyone wants that. Everyone wants that game to come to the Switch, and I'm like,
What it's
okay, yeah, like I mean, it's cool. I like more things with the Mii's, please, instead of like, especially for the Switch too. Please don't hide them in the menu. Please, like,
Oh my god, we need
please
the
like,
Mii's. Give us Mii's.
give us like
Make.
the
Has the
Mii's.
home menu been revealed yet?
No, it's the only thing. The only thing we saw the screen was Mario Kart. So I
Oh, thank
really
God.
hope it
Okay.
doesn't just look like the gosh darn Switch screen with like a bit of improvements. Because if they do that, I'm just gonna be really disappointed. Like I mean, if it's just
The
like
edges,
if
the edges of the game icons are now round and slightly,
they're
and
all
there is less theme options.
they're
There
all
is black.
circle,
That's
they're
it.
all they're all
Yeah.
circle. Circle. Um, we don't
Circle. I
trust
like circle.
squares in this house. We only trust circles.
We don't like squares in this house. We don't like sharp edges.
Mario Kart, cool. Um, you
Mario
know,
Kart, cool. Great words. That's a great way to put it, Corbin.
big area for Mario Kart. Like I don't know how like in the trailer, like I don't know how big these tracks are gonna be. Like they look like tour tracks, like the ones, well, at least the ones that were brought to 8 Deluxe and their weird different laps. But
I can't.
they also look very big, and that makes me like question like are we gonna get retro tracks? Is Toad's Factory going to like return? Please, I'm
Well, Toad
begging.
Factory. We are Toad Factory enjoyers on this channel.
We are Toad's. No, yeah, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
He he's fine. I mean, the new design I do not mind. Well,
Sure.
how do you feel about Donkey Kong?
I mean, it's okay. It's still Donkey Kong. It's still Donkey Kong.
It is
That
Donkey
is all that
Kong.
matters.
It is very much still
Donkey
the
Kong.
funny
You have to hit
monkey.
him with that Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Um, he is still a funny looking monkey. I get why they changed his design to like. I mean, it's mainly okay. They mainly probably did it because of the movie, but people are also saying it's like the classic design, and I can see that. Um, but also they probably most likely did it because of the movie, and they wanted to be like, okay, kids, you know this character. We're gonna make him look more like, the movie. It's not
Hey
like
kids, look, it's
most
this
people already know
monkey.
what Donkey Kong
Mm.
even looks like. So I mean,
Look
like,
at this monkey, but different setting. Whoa.
but he's cool. Um, definitely gonna get a little hard to get used to it, but at the same time, every single other character has a redesign. Which I like in
Birdo.
the Mario Kart.
Birdo even in the trailer.
It's gonna be a lot different because Mario Kart's like theming or whatever it's going to be. Like the theme for the past like few years have been like like the boring logos. Besides like maybe the number and the stuff like the
Yeah,
text.
the number's the only cool part, and otherwise it's just like white text.
Yeah, and
Maybe a little
it's
pattern.
all like more like I don't know. It's more like more
Give us flavor.
with the new. I feel like that was mainly because like the designs were a lot like it was during the mid like 2000s where Mario had that that look in
The dark
every
era of Mario designs. They all
the
looked so similar.
yeah
They're just the exact same kind.
the
No
like
flavor, no
the
texture, no
yeah
heroin.
the like that one the DDR Mario mix render, that one. the
Yeah,
serious face, the one where he's holding his cap, then like some other renders. I
same.
feel like
We love DDR Mario mix in this household.
yeah, and also the Strikers games too, definitely. I mean there was that
There's like game late like or GameCube era. It's sort of been the same for like so
yeah,
long.
like after
It's
Double
nice to
Dash.
kind of have a little bit of refresh.
Yeah, and I feel like with these new designs, I don't know if they can like do the logo again, cause like I feel like the designs are
They
more
can remake it.
cartoony, like how at least up to Double Dash, I don't think
Uh,
it's been this cartoony. Maybe eight, like a little
love
bit.
and night,
Like I mean,
if you know.
um, I mean eight was a little cartoony. You had a the metronomes in Music Park from no not music.
Yeah,
Was it music? Yeah. Um,
yeah.
from Wii Music. At least I think that's what they're from. Um, and then
Are they? Maybe.
the like they're cartoony, they're silly, but definitely like during after Double Dash, it felt like a lot of it was more serious. I mean,
Yeah.
as serious as
After
Mario
during that sort of
gets.
era, everything sort of fell into the same. Oh, it's identical. Oh, it's the same game. Oh, it's the same game. Oh,
Yeah.
it's the same game over and
Okay,
over again.
well, at the same time, they're also not the same game because like at least okay, we was crazy. We had the Wii wheel. It was cool and a lot of like different things, and it was
No, I
probably
just
like
mean like the Mario games,
well, like yeah, oh yeah,
even just
in
like the
general, yeah.
platformers.
In
We're in a
general,
new era of Mario
it was
design.
all the
I'm
same.
very excited for it. Like,
Yeah,
happy
it was all the same, and
finally.
I am glad that like they have been branching out. Like I think ever since, I mean, I guess for like the Wii U and 3DS era, it was more of just like okay, we're gonna play it safe. The Wii U's pathetically dying in the corner. We don't want to like shoot it while it's down or whatever. It's like
Shoot it.
uh,
They don't want to beat that dead horse. They
yeah,
actually kind of did beat that dead horse.
for Switch,
E.
definitely like I feel like they definitely heard the complaints from the Wii U, of course, because what happened there, um, what happened there, and they've definitely you know like improved a lot of things. It felt okay. It felt the games felt more like person have more personality. The one thing I think they did lose, like the one thing they did lose from the Wii U era is the personality from the ads, which I feel like, could be probably a result of, the president of Nintendo unfortunately passing, and as well as
Yes.
Reggie also stepping down from his position and being replaced with Doug Bowser. So, just different people wanting to do different things. And I mean, I kind of want that, like, that thing to come back in the Switch too. Hopefully, I doubt it because we've already seen the
I
we've
need
already seen
whimsy in
the
my games,
beginning
Corbin. I
trailer.
need whimsy in my menus. That's why the 3DS is my favorite. That's why I own several of them.
My favorite's the Wii U, but we don't need to talk about this.
Understandable.
Okay, back to
I
we'll
understand.
talk about Mario Kart another time. I don't know. Mario Kart cool. Donkey Kong, he's cool. Other things. Let's talk about the actual like the thing, the big thing.
The controllers. They're bigger now, and they are a mouse, apparently.
Yeah, so they are presumably going to be a mouse, which I find very interesting how that's going to be probably their main gimmick. Like it was rumored that the USB-C port at the top would be used as like two screens, which I hope they do because I mean that would be cool. But like I also
Ever
at the
wasted
same
port?
time I
Ever
actually
wasted
do not
port,
know what
please?
they would use
Please,
that
please.
for. So I don't know. But that would be cool. Uh, you can also like I don't know. It's like
Ideally,
it's
like,
like
ideally, a mouse and a keyboard like a keyboard thing that can be bought, like a accessory,
I don't
and
know.
then like, uh, sort of low end or mid end PC graphics. Uh, ideal console, ideal,
I don't know
and
if
it's made
you
by Nintendo, meaning it has
yeah
exclusives.
I don't know if you need a keyboard. It's one of those like you don't see like
Oh yeah,
the PlayStation like whipping out the computer. Well, you don't really see like other companies besides like maybe Microsoft because they're Microsoft whipping out the keyboard. Like, and I don't think it's needed.
Game Deck.
I think the mouse thing is more of just like I feel like it's trying to replicate what they had with the Wii with the pointer controls, and the Joy Cons did have that, but not as much, and it wasn't like as necessary as moving in like the menus. Even though you can like move it with the controller, um, it's still like I feel like
I
with
get
like
it.
you'll be able to move around with like the mouse feature, and when Mario Maker 3 inevitably comes out, you'll be able to use that. You'll be able to use it in many games.
Finally,
I'm just going
Mario.
to I'm
If
going to
Mario
hope.
Maker 3 drops, I'm buying another copy of Mario Maker for the 3DS.
Sure. But I hope that they don't use the mouse as a like what they did with the gamepad, how they were so reliant on it, at least in the earlier days, because um you know
Make it like an option for most games. Splatoon, but with the ooh,
Splatoon would be
that'll be
cool.
fun.
Splatoon would be cool, but at the same time, I think you would, back to your keyboard point, I think you would need that, and I do not see a world where they would bring a keyboard. I mean, it would be funny.
Spit.
They've done it before with the GameCube, but I do not think they will do that
Oh my
um
god. You just
with
unlocked the. Oh my god, I just remember that. We need it back for Smash Bros. For Smash Bros. Now to play,
I
you have to type insults
you have to
actively while playing, or you
you have to
die.
type the
You
move. You
die.
have to type the move.
You implode. You
PK Fire
die.
is gonna be so much. Well, like the PK Fire is gonna be a lot more common. Um, Trying to
Die.
think what moves in Smash have like quick names. Um,
Die.
Inhale. No, but
Uh,
Inhale's like no. Is Kirby's down special just called Stone, or what was it called again? Cause like
down.
I mean, uh, yeah. Well, there.
I'll be honest with you.
I feel like a lot more
And
would be
it's fine.
spammable. I hope they're not like reliant on it like when it came to the gamepad. Like you had Mario Party 10, which had Bowser Party, which was cool, but
Bowser Party. Bowser Party.
you had the gamepad for it, and I mean for that I mean it's okay because you have the normal party mode, and when I mean by normal I mean it's carts, so
Yeah.
it will never be as cool. But then you also had Amiibo Party, which was the actual normal Mario Party experience, kind of, and it had the gamepad, and it was mainly a gimmick towards the Amiibo, that pretty much released kind of like at least the Mario series ones, because the Smash ones came first. The Mario ones came with Mario Party 10, um,
Yeah.
and then there was Amiibo Festival. So I don't need I say more. Um,
Yes.
but then so I hope that what they do with the mouse, it's like it's not they're not as
Mandatory. It's
reliant as
optional.
on it. And I hope it's optional, because like I would be upset if I was playing my Mario
Like it's an
Kart.
option in some games. You can go into the settings, like, oh, I want to use the mouse. You turn on the mouse option, and the camera controls and some of the buttons become mouse.
Yeah, because I would be upset if I was playing my Mario Kart, and it would be cool as an
I'd
option,
be upset if I was
but
playing my
but
Mario
if there
Kart
was a
and
gimmick
pop up said, "Fuck you, use a mouse, bitch."
where I don't know, pop-up ads appear on your Switch while you're playing Mario Kart, and you have to close it with the mouse, which means you have to detach it from your controller, put
That
it on
would
the
be a
ground,
great
and
idea
just
for a
that would
game.
be cool for a game, actually.
Ooh,
That
that'd
would
be
be pretty cool for a game.
WarioWare.
That's a good one. That's actually a really good one. WarioWare with like a mouse. I think that would be cool. And WarioWare's been getting a lot of attention recently with two games on Switch, which is surprising actually, because WarioWare's always been, before Get It Together, like Gold was the last one that came out, and I thought that
What
was
was the
gonna be
best?
it. I thought it was like, okay, there's no way they're making another one, and then they did, and then
Oh,
they
they're
made
making
another
a.
one. Ever since maybe they kind of messed up on the Wii U one. I mean, it was cool. I never played it, but I know it's cool. But like, it's not a WarioWare game, you know.
Gamer Wario? Yeah, Gamer Wario?
It's like the it's like the I don't know, What's like an odd game that like wasn't like the rest of the games but was still considered, or we can just say it
Right.
was like the Virtual Boy of WarioWare games, but that's just lame to say.
You know
Uh,
what the Switch 2 really needs? A crank.
like the Labo, like the
No, the
Labo
real
one, like
ones
the
will
fishing
understand.
one.
The real ones will understand. But yeah, no, I feel like Labo could actually be something pretty good, including like the mouse things. I feel like I could do a lot with that. I mean, kind of, but like,
I mean, I don't. Labo's
give
dead.
us more Labo. Give us a full plastic VR headset where we can use the Joy Cons.
They could do a VR headset, but I don't know. People say VR is the future. It really isn't. I mean, I understand VR is cool, but people who
3D is
say
the
that, it's like
future, actually.
no, Labo's dead. Labo's never coming back. It was cool.
Just,
They aren't
yeah,
bringing
no,
it
Labo
back.
dead. Labo dead for real. Lust in peace. Lust.
Like they tried a lot there. Like many things aren't gonna be returned. Like certain games aren't coming to the Switch 2, which unfortunately is probably going to include Ring Fit Adventure, which probably won't come back.
I love Ring Fit
Um,
so much.
yeah, so
I love it.
unfortunately, because the wheel is going to only support
Mm.
the old Joy Cons, and you can't fit that one in there, so it probably won't work. And I'm assuming the 1-2 switch, that won't work. Or for the new Switch, they can make 1-2 everybody again switch. Make a third one.
One,
Even
two,
though,
three, four,
even though like the
five,
the second
six,
one was like the
seven,
weirdest,
eight, nine,
the
10,
weirdest one
11,
to
12,
ever. Okay, you're
13,
you're you're
14,
discounting. I'll
15.
let you finish
Everybody
that.
switch.
That should,
Wait,
yeah,
what
that's
was
the
it?
name. Um, but the second one, I completely forgot that one existed because it's just like they revealed it, came out a few days later. There's a horse as a mascot. You can use your phones. There's like 100 players, and then nobody played it. I don't even think it broke a
I
million
don't know a
copies, which
singular
is
person who owns
unfortunate.
it. Do you own it, Corbin? You are a
I
Nintendo
do
fan. Do
not
you own
own
it?
it. No, I own the original. That was the first Switch game I actually got, which is funny.
Me
Um,
too.
but no, I
I
do not
picked it.
have. I do not have the sequel. I did not care for it. The only other person I
I'm a big
know.
Nintendo guy. I like
Yeah.
Nintendo. I have several 3DSs. I will mention this at every opportunity possible.
The only other like person that I'm pretty sure bought the game was Scott the Woz, and he only played it a little
Scott
bit.
was.
I don't know. I was watching a
Who was
video,
Scott
and
was?
he said that he only
Those
played
big
it. He played it with the boys.
the
Only like
boys.
the
You heard about the
boys.
boys?
Only like once I think, and then they got like immediately bored. At least that's what I think it was. I don't know. Like we're getting sidetracked. I
You
mean, I'm
forget
getting
about the
sidetracked.
boys.
Um, what?
Mhm.
Okay, wait. What
Forget about the
games?
boys.
Because we've been talking a lot about Mario Kart. We've been talking a lot about what they can't f up. Um, what games? Like we have the most obvious one here is 3D Mario, whether that's Odyssey 2, Galaxy 3, or something completely different. Won't be Galaxy 3 actually. It most likely won't. If they do, I mean
Galaxy
like
3? Please, 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 please.
oh no. I I no, I don't know. It would be cool, but at that point it would just be them. Like Odyssey 2 I can understand because it's like okay, it's recent. They might as well like,
Yeah.
make a sequel to it like
As recent as a, what is it now? Like
7 years.
eight-year-old game can
Seven
be?
seven almost 8 years old I think. Because I think yeah, the Switch is
Yeah.
8 now, I think. Yes.
My my 3DS, the 3DS was revealed 15 years ago.
The 3D Mario most likely will be revealed in the upcoming direct that will be happening soon. At least I hope. If not, well, it's fine. They're probably gonna show a lot of Prime 4 because, that game hasn't
Oh,
got a
I
trailer in
forgot
a
about
hot
that.
minute.
I'm so excited. I'm never gonna play it or buy it or anything like that, but
It's like, oh, I'm so
excitement.
excited for this game. I'm never gonna play it. No, that's fair. I'm not a okay. I'm a basic person. I don't play Metroid. No, I
I'm a
do.
basic ass
I've
bitch.
played a few. I mean, I haven't beaten a Metroid game, which means I'm a loser. I've never played a Zelda game, which is fine, and that is okay.
You suck. You haven't even played Triforce Heroes, the best Zelda
Nope.
game? It
I've
is so
played
good.
Nintendo World Championships.
You know,
And
you're
that's
goaded.
like
You're
that's
goaded for
it.
that. You're goaded for that. You're goaded for that. Good job, Corbin.
Do you think they'll make NES World Champion or SNES edition for Nintendo World Championships on Switch too?
I sure hope not.
I I would be okay with it. I mean, it's another thing I can waste my money on if they make a physical edition. Like, this this this
I
this
have
silly
better
little
things to
game.
waste my money on.
This silly little game, you know,
Um,
I'm holding it up to the screen. Sorry, you can't see it. Was
Shit, that's pretty cool. I can see that.
was
Nice
eighty
way.
dollars, $80 game
Jesus
physical.
Christ.
Um, which
I paid
okay,
$15 for my copy of Monster Hunter Generations. I played almost seven. I played like 700 hours in 2 years.
oh dear God.
The
Though to be fair, it had like
it's one of my best. It's one of the best games. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Play it.
to be fair
It's,
though, um the physical edition was like, you know, it had other stuff in it, but like I don't know. It was fine.
to
I
be
think,
fair,
huh?
Monster Hunter Generations was $15.
Yeah, but I'm talking about $80 here, Canadian. Okay, I need to specify that this is
80?
Canadian, because for
80. That's a
probably
lot of money.
because for yeah, um that I mean they could do another one of those. I think they also need. I think it was maybe rumored. I don't remember that a new Kirby game was coming. There was that whole thing that leaked a while back because I don't even know what happened. It
Yeah, I
was
remember.
someone who was wanting. I don't know what something not cool. I don't think this person was doing. Not I'm not going to say it here, but it's like I don't know how this thing leaked. It was really weird. Um, like it like these images appeared. It was like Kirby in space again. I think it was going to be a 2D game. We don't know if these are real at this point because this was like a year and a half ago. I feel like it. No, not even a year actually.
No way it was. Oh my god, it was a year and a half
No,
ago. I
no,
remember
I'm
the
being
exact
no, I'm
moment when you
being
showed it to
stupid.
me.
No, I'm being stupid. It
No.
was like half a year ago actually. No, I'm being or almost a year ago. I'm stupid. Um, but I mean, there's
You know
probably
what
gonna
I
be
think we all need back? The C stick from the Nintendo 3D.
this
Bring
button
back
that has a
the
letter.
Mario Paint mouse.
Yeah,
They are actually.
bring Mario Paint. They can do Mario Paint with the mouse.
Hold
They
on.
can do Mario
Mario
Paint.
Paint 2?
They can make Mario Paint too.
I feel
Well,
like that would sell actually well.
they
Like a
could
$30 application with a bunch of like coloring books, that would sell pretty well.
I maybe they may need to put that built in with the thing. What they could do is they can
That'd
throw
be a
that into like
great
the new
idea.
Mario Maker cuz Mario Paint now is like Mario Paint's like Mario Maker 0 because all the characters
Yeah.
from Mario Paint are in Mario Maker and Mario Maker was, like kind of inspired. I mean, obviously not. Like the gameplay is totally different, but the OST has some sounds, like has some music that's the same. The characters are back in the first one. You can play the fly mini game. They could bring all the Mario Paint stuff to Mario Maker, and there you go. Mario Paint 2, Super
Give us
Mario
the
Maker
option to
3.
recolor bricks. And like give us the option to recolor things.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. Um, there's so much potential for
How
like
many
a new
people are gonna
Mario
make me
Maker. I
racist
feel
with that?
like.
So if I can do that.
Um, yeah, no, new Kirby would be cool. 3D Mario, of course, yeah. Prime 4 is probably gonna come out. Pokemon Legends ZA going to release on both consoles. I'm pretty sure, so it won't be like graphically
Yeah, because the trailer just said
insane.
coming out on Nintendo.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, the
I can't
trailer
wait to
said
play my new console.
the
The
tra-
Nintendo.
No, that was no. It said Switch. It said the Switch one, but most likely it'll be. They're like it is cross platform, which is great. But I feel like
Really?
some games they will like make two versions for. I think for like visual improvements, which I mean I don't understand because there's also rumors. I don't think this is well. There's rumors that it's like there's like some upscaling when you put old Switch games in. So I'm like,
Ooh, upscale.
I don't know
Oh
why you
boy.
need to make I don't know why you need to make two versions, but I'm just stupid like that. That's what people are saying of Prime 4, which is probably going to be the same.
Three versions.
So
Release one for nothing.
Prime 4 and ZA would probably like be like kind of like that. Um then there's then there's whatever's going to happen to whatever the Splatoon series is going through right now. I mean, it's
It said con-
dead. No, so Splatoon 3, recently finished, of course, before like, the Switch 2 stuff came. And I was like when the Switch 2 was originally like rumored, I was like not going to happen, mainly because Splatoon 3 like just came out. And it was like
yeah.
they're updating the thing for 2 years. They won't like I feel like they wouldn't make a third game if it was like this close. Well, they would have made a third game but for another console. And usually, well, I mean, Splatoon 2 came out first year of Switch announced in 2016 with, the reef and the
Yeah.
weird looking bridge. I don't know if you've seen that, but the bridge was like wooden
Agreed.
and
I know
and
what bridge you're talking.
and it was like it was then turned to stone and then like official. I mean, it would be cool to launch with the multiplayer game because, it's good to launch with a multiplayer game, like online multiplayer. However, um,
Encourages people to buy it to play with other people, like their friends.
yeah, however, it would be sure they did it with Splatoon 1 to 2, but that's different because Splatoon 1 was more of just like kind of like a test, like a test. Like I don't think
Yeah,
they I didn't think they were going to like make a I don't think they thought they were going to make a sequel to that, or maybe they did. Cuz it did really well and they made the sequel to it. It wasn't finished because Octo Expansion was originally going to be in the base game and then it wasn't. At least that's what I think. And then
that's just a
they
theory. Okay, theory.
Splatoon 3 came out 5 years later instead of 1 year later, and that's definitely because they're putting a lot more time. Even if some people say Splatoon 3 was Splatoon 2.5, which we can agree to disagree. Um, and I think they need to wait
I
for
agree to
four.
say you to that guy.
They need to wait for four. Because the final Splatfest was a lot bigger than Cali versus Murray, which is like Splatoon 1's Final Fest, and there's not too much you can change. And, like there's not like they only had to change the single player mode pretty much, kind of, and it wasn't like too much work, to add that for Splatoon 2's Final Fest. Like that was like the entire theme, like Chaos versus Order, that was a lot. So this one's also going to be a lot, past, present, future. Past one, they need to take their time on fourth because three could have been a lot
Yeah.
better. I liked three. Three is my favorite out of the series
Yeah,
because it's technically the new
and
or
there were definitely
yeah.
some things. Big Man was perfect. Big Man was perfect.
Big Man was great. But yeah, no, three is still my favorite game, but that's only because it's technically the newest. And I mean the disconnections are awful. But I mean, I don't know. I
Oh,
like they need to wait for four. Give it more time. Give it like maybe 2026. Maybe at the earliest. Or I wouldn't be upset if they showed four at this direct because I'm a big Splatoon fan. I just hope that it's good.
I also think. So when is Gen 10 supposed to come out? This year, right?
It was okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's not gonna come out this year because ZA's coming out
Yeah.
probably around that time.
It needs to cook a little longer.
It
To be fair,
definitely
Corbin,
does.
uh, Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet did come out the same year. I feel like Gen 10 needs to cook a little bit
Gen
longer.
10 will probably be next year. It would be Pokemon's 30th anniversary. So
To be
having
honest, I
Gen
think it should cook for a year and a half.
well, yeah, no, a year and a half would be where it would usually
I'm
come out
not
in
buying
November.
another Scarlet and Violet. It was fun. I liked it,
I
but I'm
mean,
not buying another one.
I think Scarlet and Violet, with all the messy bugs there are, it wasn't that bad. It looked weird, but at the same
It
time,
did.
I think it was also because the
There's just
game was
so much
for a
empty
dying
space.
console. It was
It was
for
for dying
it
console.
was for a console that if you bought it day one, like myself, or estimately around day one, it's dying, it's chugging, it's not really. And Scarlet and Violet, if that game was like any more like visually better, the Switch would be like
Dude,
burning. It's like
I have one thing to say about Core Switch actively dying. What drop in quality caused a console after what was it like nearly 8 years to begin to die, but for another console to be perfectly working after 15 years?
I don't I don't know. I think because like, you know, every other because they they jumped the gun on, well, like they put their consoles out early. Like the Wii U came out earlier than the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And then the Switch came out before PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or whatever it's called at this point. They jumped the gun, or they go ahead. So they may be, a
A
little.
minor lack of quality. My brother owns an original day like first month Switch,
Yeah. It's like,
and
huh?
it's not good. It barely works.
Yeah, it's like,
Yet my 50-year-old console works beautifully. To be fair, it is the 3DS is running lower like intensity games that don't require like as much frames or actual stuff to be like loaded, but
yeah. But no,
still.
yeah, it's more of just they weren't, I don't know, especially because it was also a handheld and kind of handheld,
A
and
hybrid, yeah.
they can only jam so much into a
Yeah,
few
it was
centimeters,
revolutionary.
inches of like
It's the
space
first ever hybrid console.
first ever
Well,
like main okay, it's not necessarily the first one. I'm pretty sure there was some others beforehand, but first like major one. And um it was like, you
first
know for the
first
Switch.
reasonable priced.
Yeah, for the Switch 2 it will be like at least running like a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, like stuff like that graphics. So not like top, like end, like not like top graphics, but like, ones that don't look like Scarlet and Violet, um, ones that don't look like.
I just really hope, genuinely, I hope it doesn't have PlayStation 4 graphics. The PlayStation 4 is really old.
Okay, but you also need to think about how the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, they had good graphics. Like even if it's like, okay, take a just think about Xbox 360 for a moment. Like think about,
Yeah,
like, okay, so Xbox 360 is, you know it had for its time probably some of the best graphics, you know and then when you get to Xbox One, that's like a PC graphics there, and pretty much
barely.
PS4 had similar, um, graphics.
Yeah, I just feel like it's 2025. Nintendo should have a console that has better graphics and runs better than a console that released in 2013.
True, but
Personally,
at the same time, it also is in handheld, and well, it also needs to be in handheld mode. And they can only cram so well.
no, no, I'm just talking about the Switch 2. I'm just talking about the Switch 2.
No, I know what you mean. When they're talking, when the Switch to, like, they can't do too much. I don't think, without, the thing's not gonna be, the most. It's not gonna be PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series, or like it's not gonna be like the best of the best. It won't. PS4 is pretty good. Um, Even if it came out in 2013, it's still good. It's more of just like, you know it does. Okay, the graphics don't really matter. It's more of just like I mainly care about the gameplay. I feel like
Graphics don't
people.
matter. Like I need to run games.
Yeah, for running
Like,
games, it's like, yeah, it needs to be better at that, which it probably will. It's like, if not, then like, what the hell. But graphics, it's as long as it's like, if it was the Switches, it's fine. I would be a little disappointed, but like, it's not the end of the world. I won't be upset. I mean, I would be upset. Actually, that's a lie. But like, I won't be like, oh, this is trash. I'm gonna go buy a PS5 and become a PlayStation fan. It's more of just like, I hope it's good. If it's not, well, damn, that's unfortunate. But it's fine, I guess.
yeah, there's just like if it's even even if it's even like if it's even like barely weaker than the PlayStation 4, I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I know it's probably gonna be better, but if it is somehow a little worse than the PlayStation 4, I ain't buying
Okay,
that.
well, if it's the same, okay, think about this. If it's the same power as a Switch, which let me remind you, is not even like for graphics wise, because again, I guess we're talking about graphics, is not as good as a PS4. Would you? And it was the same for the Switch too. Would you buy it?
Sorry, what?
Okay, so here's the part I'm a little confused. Um, when okay, so when you mean by weak, because the Switch, I'm pretty sure is a lot weaker than a PlayStation 4. Like, it
Yes, but there was only a 4 year gap between them.
yes, there is a 4 gap. Yes, however, at the same
I just
time,
feel like nothing by a console that's like, I don't know, what would that be? 12 years behind?
I guess yeah, but at the same time, you also like it's like have you seen a PlayStation 4 game? Like it's not bad. Like it really
I feel like a
isn't.
modern Nintendo console should be able to run that.
Well, yeah,
It looked
and
great.
it like have you like hey like take okay example take Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated. Take that on every
Okay.
other console. Like okay, take I don't know Jellyfish Fields on every single other console. The 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 grass is like the grass is right there on PS4 on like you have and then you have Switch. It is popping in now. If
Yeah.
now,
I don't want popcorn on
yeah,
the
yeah,
Pokemon game.
yeah, which
Also, wait,
it does have
I would like
like
a
in Scarlet and
clarification of your
Violet,
stance.
huh?
I would like a clarification on your stance. I want better than PlayStation 4. Not like PlayStation 5 or Xbox. Just like a little bit above PlayStation 4.
Which
What
yeah,
do you
okay,
want?
no, I understand that. Which yeah, that's fair. However, at the same time, it most likely will be pretty much the exact same as those two, and you know they aren't that when it comes to stuff like that. It really doesn't fully matter, and because I've always been focusing on the gameplay and like is the game actually good when it comes to like graphics and like I guess like certain other things like poppin', it doesn't affect me. It's more of just like it would be nice if that doesn't happen, but if it's like you know like being as powerful as that and being like a hybrid so you can take it on the go, like sorry, that would be like really really good for at least the Switch's standard because again the Switch, even though it came
Oh,
4 years after
um,
the Switch 2, I mean sorry, the PS4, that sentence didn't make sense. It's still
yeah.
so it will
Yeah.
be better,
I would also like
but
to
I don't know if it'll be
say
like
the Steam Deck. Didn't that release? So the Steam Deck. That is
yeah, okay,
another
that
handheld.
is true.
I know it's not
However,
pure. I know that this, which is not pure.
however, that
That's like way better than PlayStation 4.
however,
I
okay,
kind of
yes.
want, yeah, I want like a little less or a little like or around the same amount as the Steam Deck. That's ideal.
Okay, that is true. However,
Like if you like
that thing
dock
is
it in the
also
processor to help improve frames when it's docked, that'd be nice. That's what I want.
which okay,
I just want the games to run, and I don't want 20 frames a second
okay,
in Legend of
okay.
Zelda
That
games.
is fair. Sorry, my lungs. And
I want to
for
see
frame rate,
my
it will be
shirtless elf fix in 60 frames a second.
the frame rate will definitely be better. But also when it comes to the Steam Deck, that's also just a computer, and it's also a lot thicker, and also at the same time, um, well, yeah, no, it is also just kind of a computer, which yeah, no, the Switch should be like that, but
It's pretty powerful.
at the same time, also PS4 and PS5. I'm gonna be honest, the graphic difference isn't that different, or not even just graphics like frame rate.
Also,
It's not like
so
yeah.
what level of console, like player Xbox console, is the current Switch even at?
Like not even it's above 360 if you're it like by a lot, but it's also not Xbox One, you know?
Like PlayStation.
And it's more of it looks
Yeah,
more like Xbox One, but you would say okay, this is gonna be a nightmare to like explain because like I feel like people watching this video
what
are gonna
is
be
it?
like, what's this man talking about? What's he on about? Because I can't get my point across, you know. Um, it's like it's more close to Xbox One if you're wanting to like graph it like that, but it's also, you know, not
Yeah,
like as powerful. So I'd say if it's as powerful as
isn't it?
that, it's good. Like I would also want it to be a little above, but at the same time, if it's as powerful as that, it won't be bad because again, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 like graphics loading time and stuff is not bad. Which even though I haven't played,
Yeah,
okay, I got to specify I haven't played either of these consoles. Oh well, no, I have like kind of played on an Xbox One. So this is coming from just like knowledge, so take that with a grain of salt. They are not bad when it comes to graphics, or when it comes to frame rate. So if it's as powerful as that, like
yeah,
equal, then that's fine. Like a little over would be nice, but I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up. It most likely won't. And if that like, you know,
yeah. I just, I either want good graphics and it for it to run like a normal fucking console for once, or for games that are optimized for it that won't have pop-in, games that actually work with it. That's why the 3DS is so great, because the games know exactly how to push the limits of it just enough where everything works perfectly.
fair. I'm, but hold on, wait, I forgot what I was saying. Shoot.
I'm right, lose. No, I'm kidding.
Well, no, I'm not saying you're wrong. Which, yeah, it would be nice to have good graphics, but again, I think that's like it's necessary, of course. But if again, it's not the most important part, I'd say, of a Switch. Like I see a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not gonna buy the Switch because it has the Switch 2 because it's probably not gonna be as powerful," and Nintendo games are childish or something. Um, like no, that's dumb. Okay,
Sorry, I'm
maybe the
promotion.
games, huh?
Um, so graphics don't matter. Would you buy the Nintendo Switch 2 if it had the graphics of just above a PlayStation 3?
I mean, I'll buy it. I won't be happy about it. That's a like it's again when I like it. I feel like when it comes to stuff like that, I mean, I don't think it justifies an entire console's like, you know, worth. It shouldn't. It shouldn't be like that. I'll still buy it because it's not just again the graphics,
Because you
the stuff.
stupid, yeah.
Yeah, I am stupid, but it's also the experience, the games. If the games are good, and if they don't murder the console, then it's good. If they fail both of those things and it's unplayable, then no, it's not good. But as we know, it's going to be most. I believe they said it's going to be as powerful as PlayStation 4, Xbox One, which is good. We want that. So, you know. Anywho, that's my little rant. Let's quickly talk about like one more thing. Then I gotta bounce. Let's talk about price. Why not? People are saying it's five
Expensive.
hundred dollars Canadian. um. So,
No way, 500 American, like 650 Canadian.
oh God, no. If it was that, that would be awful. It won't be that. I mean, my guess will be probably either 500 or 450 Canadian. Uh, to
No way, 450.
the American viewers, that would be like around 400, 350 maybe. But I'd say that would be good, and the games would probably be the same for us. It would be for Canadian $80, US $60, or maybe like a little more. Um, case
Oh, Corbin, they're pushing it. There's no way the games are gonna be under $90.
the games most likely
Pros
will be
boiling them
estimately
down
the same
now.
price. Shut the hell up.
Pros.
But no, it would be games. similar, probably a little more, because
I take the side to annoy Corbin the most in my Dewey.
yeah. The cases will probably look like, they'll probably look the same with the new logo, or they'll do what they've been doing for the past few years and just do the GameCube Wii U style like case and have it like as like a little curve at the top, like how they're going in a pattern. Like it was GameCube was like a little like curve at the top, then it was Wii in the corner, then the Wii U was curve, and then the Switch was just top. So who knows? And then hopefully the spines, they look a little cooler instead of like red or, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a lot more to talk about when it comes to this console. Like there's the direct coming up soon. Predictions for that. I don't know how long it's gonna be. Hope it's like a decent amount. Um,
I want it now. I want it 3 years long. And I want it to start now.
3D Mario. Hopefully, like maybe maybe in the style of like Bowser's Fury. Hopefully, please. We who knows if that's Odyssey 2. They can do Odyssey 2, but I feel like I don't know. I don't know if I want that. Um, and then
Give us Chibi Robo Ziplash.
give us Chibi Robo Ziplash to Electric Boogaloo. Gimmicks. Who knows what's gonna happen? With it. And there's also those like events that are happening like all around the world where people can get their hands on it
Shit, this
early.
thing's going on.
Yeah, they're the in
Oh.
world experience that's gonna happen like sometime in April to like May, I think, and maybe into June. I don't remember. So, for all we know, the release date, which I might as well mention this now. My guess is June, July. If not, it would be Christmas. So between that,
Premise.
it would be either
Yeah.
summer or Christmas. I'm betting summer. Because like it makes more sense because they have nothing right now. They have Xenoblade that just came out, and that's it.
Like,
So
Technoblade Renegade.
Anyhow, that's it. That is it. Thank you for joining me on this random rant for an hour and 9 minutes. Dear God. Anywho, thank you for joining me on this journey, and thanks for coming along. And
You shouldn't have had me.
I think I should have. Because again, you're the only person who knows who Torpedo Ted is and who would care and who would be like, yeah, let's
I
do
love
this.
Torpedo Ted.
So
Personally, Torpedo Ted be the guy.
he is the
Personally,
guy.
Torpedo Ted is the guy.
He is
He's
the
my
guy.
man.
He is the man, the myth, the
Yes,
legend. Anywho, that's it.
Don't you forget.
I'm gonna go sleep now. Well, actually, I'm gonna go like do something else. Maybe edit other videos that were supposed to come out in October and never did. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So when's Halloween special, Corbin?
That's we're gonna end the video now. Yeah. So
No, no,
anywho,
no, no. Answer the
thank
question.
you.
Answer
I
the question.
appreciate it. I'm sorry for
Corbin,
going.
Corbin,
Anywho,
You made a
goodbye.
Halloween